Hi, naitwa Gadhio na kwa hii video tutaangalia mambo na orientation when it comes to printing. Now, in printing, orientation refers to the direction in which a document is printed on the page. And there are two types of orientation. So, kama vile hizi picha tunaona hapa, orientation kuna zenye utaona ziko na hii portrait na landscape listed like this ama listed like this, but there are always two options, either portrait or landscape. Now, looking at portrait orientation, the document is printed vertically with the shorter sides of the paper at the top and bottom. So this is the portrait orientation, printed vertically, that is ikiwa imesimama, with the shorter sides of the paper at the top and the bottom. So the shorter side of the paper inakuanga juu na chini, alafu the longer side it's on the left and the right. That is portrait orientation. Landscape orientation is the other way around. The document is printed horizontally, ikiwa imeinama, let's say that. Like from left to right, printed horizontally with the longer side of the paper at the top and bottom. So that is the difference between portrait and landscape orientation. Sasa ikikuja kwa kuprint, the orientation ensures that your content fits correctly on the page and aligns with your intended design. Usually mambo na orientation huwa tuna set tukitengeneza document. For example, in this Word document, obviously you know whether you want a portrait or landscape orientation the moment you start creating your document, kulingana na kenye hiyo document yako itakuwa nayo na ile content nataka ifit kwa hiyo page. For example, kama hii document nimeitengeneza na what we call portrait orientation, which is set in page layout orientation portrait. Okay, so that's what you're saying here, that the orientation setting ensures that your content fits correctly on the page and aligns with your intended design. So kama ni document kama ya Word ama Excel, already utakuwa umechoose orientation from the page layout and then page setup group orientation command there. So when printing from applications like Word or Excel, the printer typically uses the orientation you've set in the page layout. Excuse me. So vile tunasema ni eti when printing from applications like Word or Excel, the print typically uses the orientation you've set in the page layout. So for example, kama hii tumeona nimeweka orientation on your portrait, so nikikuja ku print, just go to file, print, kuna hii setting ya orientation hapa. You have portrait orientation and landscape orientation, and as you can see, portrait orientation ndio imechaguliwa from the page layout. And it so happens that if you change the orientation here to landscape orientation, it's going to change your print preview and the way your document is laid out. Sasa yote page vile zilikuwa zinafuatana in portrait orientation sio venye zitafuatana. And you might also need to change the flipping to flip on short edge. So kenye nilikuwa nataka tuangalia hapa ni eti ukichange orientation hapa and then go back, you will find that you have already changed the orientation. Even in page layout, the orientation has been changed. And when you change to portrait here, alafu kuja ku print tena, utapata imesha change to portrait. So that is how it gets, yani Word na kitu kama Excel zinachukua ile layout umeweka kwa page layout, the orientation I mean. Now in many other printing programs, the printer may automatically determine the best orientation based on the document's size and layout. And this feature helps to streamline printing while maintaining proper alignment and presentation, but you can always manually adjust the orientation if necessary for specific results. So in this case, as you can see, we have we choose whether you want portrait or landscape, and Kenya kinajichoose automatically ni Kenya umeset. And you can see this one is portrait and landscape will be slant that way. Now let's do another application. For example, let's try something like this, country style. Tumeifungua na Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. Let me fit this one full page to window. So as you can see, this design is a portrait orientation. It's upright. Nikikuja ku print, go to file and print. Orientation kwa Adobe Acrobat inakuanga hapa chini. And as you can see here, it says auto portrait / landscape, meaning vile tumesema tu kwa notes is that in many other printing programs, the printer may automatically determine the best orientation based on the document size and layout. So here Adobe Acrobat inaangalia dimensions za document yako na inaona hii document imetengenezwa straight up, which means I'm going to now print it in portrait orientation. So actually, when printing in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, you don't need to change this orientation as long as you're printing the document. Yani bila kuchange mambo zingine mingi, like you want to print to use more advanced printing settings. If it's just simple, flip on long edge or flip on short edge, you use the orientation, you leave it just as it is. As you can see right now, it has directed itself automatically to portrait. If you click on portrait here, it's going to remain that way, and if you insist that it's landscape, that's how it's going to look like. But you can see it leaves so much white space on the left side and the right side, so just leave it to automatic, and it's going to choose the right settings for your document. Now let's do another one. We close this and let's open a landscape one using this beautiful scenery. This is a landscape image. In this document, we go to file and print, auto portrait or landscape, and as you can see, it has already automatically set it to landscape. If you click on landscape, nothing changes. Portrait, it forces it to portrait, and you have so much white space on the top and the bottom, so just leave it to auto portrait or landscape. So vile tumesema ni ati in most cases you don't change the orientation here. So basically all the thing is that ikikuja ni kuprint, kama ni kwa Word ama tuseme kama Excel, ile orientation inatumika ni yenye umeset kwa document setup, na ukiprint kama PDF in an app like Adobe Acrobat ama hata kwa browser, unapata it automatically detects the orientation to either landscape or portrait, na ina print sasa, inaiweka kulingana na vile dimensions zinakaa. But you can always manually adjust the orientation if necessary to achieve specific results. So still inakuacha na liberty ya kuchagua orientation yenye unataka kulingana na vile unataka document yako ikue printed. So that's all on orientation when it comes to printing. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.